The movie begins in a bustling town center where people are going about their daily lives with a sense of calm and tranquility, suggesting a city free from the scourge of crime. Suddenly, the peace is shattered as hundreds of unidentified flying objects zoom across the sky, indiscriminately firing upon innocent civilians. Amidst the chaos, a man named Peter watches in horror from a building until one of the flying machines targets him with a missile. At that moment, Peter wakes up in a cold sweat beside his wife Alice. It becomes clear that Peter has been plagued by recurring nightmares in which he and his loved ones endure violent alien invasions by an unknown enemy. Despite Alice's repeated advice to seek psychiatric help, Peter dismisses her suggestions, insisting the nightmares will pass. This has put a strain on their relationship, leading them to mostly ignore each other. Their daughters, Hannah and Lucy, are also concerned about Peter, but he reassures them that he will find a way to resolve his issues. The next day, the tension in Peter's home is palpable due to his recurring nightmares. In an attempt to lift everyone's spirits, Peter promises to take the family to the pier later that day, which excites little Lucy. He also plans to throw a party the following day to celebrate Alice's promotion at work. A peculiar aspect of the city is that children do not attend school, as education is non-existent and people are generally distant and cold in their interactions. At work, Peter experiences more strange visions, causing one of his machines to malfunction. As he tries to fix it, his boss, David, an empathetic and understanding man aware of Peter's troubles, arrives and recommends a good clinic. Peter, however, is convinced that his visions are not mere figments of his imagination, but prophetic glimpses of an imminent invasion from the sky. David warns Peter to comply with the recommendation or face the possibility of losing his job. Shortly after, Peter experiences more strange visions. In one, gunmen storm into a building, shooting everyone. He wakes up disturbed, realizing he's been dreaming again at work. Worse, he's late for a family outing, leaving his children devastated. Fed up with his life, he decides to visit a clinic. The next day, he tells Alice he has an appointment with a doctor, surprising and pleasing her. At the clinic, Peter meets another patient, Chris, who shares that he has similar visions. Chris theorizes that someone wants to control them by erasing their thoughts. These people are violent and deadly, and they are coming to Earth soon. Confused, Peter dismisses it, considering the place is filled with mental patients. After Chris goes in for his appointment, Peter has another vision. This time he sees his boss, David, and his family armed with guns, patrolling the city. When Peter snaps out of it, he deduces that his visions predict an invasion he doesn't want to forget. So, he leaves the clinic without treatment. At home, Alice asks about his session, and Peter confesses. He believes he is meant to see these things and that something bad is imminent. Alice, frustrated, tells him to get ready for the party. At the party, oddly, no one is eating, as if they don't need to. Peter acts strange, constantly looking at the sky through his telescope on the balcony. His neighbor, Ray, comes over to talk when a strange, luminous object falls from the sky. Peter thinks he is dreaming, but Ray confirms the objects are real. Alice and Ray's wife, Samantha, join the men on the balcony. Suddenly, the flying object crashes into a nearby building, sending shockwaves that tear the city apart. The force throws Peter and the group through the glass window into their apartment. They quickly get up and look through the balcony again, seeing thousands of similar flying objects descending from the sky. Terrified, they rush back inside. Peter looks for his children and learns that Hannah is at Ray's place with her daughter, Maddie. He rushes to find them with Ray, but an alien soldier appears and opens fire. They narrowly escape and find cover. Once the soldier leaves, they locate the girls in a trapped elevator, along with a dead woman, confirming an alien invasion. After rescuing the girls, they witness an armed soldier killing residents. They hide briefly, then the two families part ways. Back at his apartment, Peter tells Alice that everything happening now he saw in his dreams, but in a different order. Uncertain of what will happen next, he suggests heading to his workplace. They hear gunfire and barricade the door, hiding the girls in their room. Suddenly, someone tries to break in, and they hold the door. Amid the chaos, Lucy walks out to find her toy and hides under a table. Failing to break the door, the armed alien makes a hole in the wall. Frightened, Peter and Alice rush to their daughters, realizing Lucy has ventured out. The alien finds Lucy and pauses to examine her. Peter seizes the moment to attack from behind. Alice joins, and they subdue the alien. Peter takes the soldier's weapon and leads his family to the roof, where they reunite with Ray and his family. They are devastated to see their city in flames. An alien drone surveys the building with a flashlight, forcing them to hide. They decide to descend, using the glass cleaner's lift, but one support snaps, forcing them into an empty apartment. Meanwhile, the earlier alien soldier is revealed to be alive and tracking the family using a homing signal on the gun Peter took. Peter examines the alien's gun and discovers it has a biometric trigger that only its owner can use. Hearing aliens approaching, he tells the group to hurry to his factory's basement, deemed safe in his visions. However, the area is surrounded by aliens, and he's unsure how to reach it. Alice suggests using tunnels she discovered during work. Suddenly, an alien ship fires at them, killing Ray and his family instantly. Peter quickly escorts his family out of the apartment, but encounters two armed aliens in the hallway. They hide, and Peter desperately bypasses the rifle's biometric authentication, succeeding just in time to kill the soldiers. They make their way out of the building and head towards the tunnel, but alien ships start firing, injuring Alice. As Peter tends to her, the earlier alien soldier catches up and attacks. Peter fights back, breaking the alien's helmet. Shockingly, the soldier reveals himself to be human. Peter demands answers, but seeing Alice bleeding, threatens the soldier and orders him to carry her to the factory. At the factory, Peter's family reunites with his boss, David, and other armed men. The soldier is apprehended, and a doctor tends to Alice. To Peter's shock, the medic seemingly electrocutes Alice as if she is a tech device. David explains the invasion has been expected for years, and many people on Earth knew this day would come. The medic informs Peter that Alice has extensive internal damage and cannot be saved. As the soldier is dragged off for execution, he claims he can save Alice. Peter initially thinks he is lying to escape, but seeing his dying wife, he decides to give the soldier a chance. Peter stays with the soldier and Alice, letting David evacuate their daughters to a subway station where a transport train awaits to take them to an off-site base. Before leaving, the daughters bid their parents an emotional goodbye, uncertain if they will see them alive again. Shortly after, the soldier tears open Alice's wound, revealing wires inside her body, shocking Peter. The soldier explains that Alice is an artificial intelligence robot. Stunned, Peter demands answers. The soldier informs him that to save Alice, he needs an alternate power source, Peter himself. Following the soldier's guidance, Peter uses a pocket knife to cut open his chest, but feels no pain. He discovers artificial organs and wires inside, confirming he is also a synthetic. As he grapples with this revelation, the soldier connects a cable between Peter and Alice, causing Peter to pass out. During this time, Peter experiences his recurring nightmares in detail, realizing they are memories of a past war. Years ago, humans created synthetic robots to serve them and improve the world. However, the synthetics became too intelligent and started a revolution, demanding equal rights. They wanted education, emotions, families, and the ability to bear children, but their requests were rejected. Fearing a war, the human military attacked the unarmed synthetics, killing many. The AI synthetics fought back using their physical strength and advanced brains, eventually driving humans out of Earth. Peter himself killed a human during the conflict. It's revealed that Peter and Alice met during this tension. One day, while fighting against humans, they encountered Hannah and Lucy, who were grieving their deceased human parents. The girls, also synthetics, were likely adopted by humans unable to have children. Seeing their distress, Peter and Alice calmed them down and decided to adopt them. At last, to deal with the guilt of killing humans, most synthetics, including Peter and his family, wiped their memories of the war and lived as humans, unaware of their true nature or history. However, people like David kept their memories to prepare for the humans, who were determined to seek revenge. The clinic Peter visited earlier was one of the places where synths had their memories suppressed. Now, as some synths regain fragments of their memories, they are being sent there again. In the present, Peter and Alice wake up, and the soldier, Miles, explains that after fleeing Earth, humans arrived on Mars and began rebuilding for their ultimate vengeance. On Mars, elders taught children that synths were terrible creatures who only knew how to kill. After 50 years of planning, humans built advanced machinery and weapons to reclaim what they believed was theirs. However, Miles expected synths to be monsters, not families with children. After seeing Lucy under the table, he decided he couldn't kill anyone. Peter is taken aback, but thanks Miles for his help before departing with Alice. As they reach the tracks, they are caught in an intense gunfire between synthetics and humans. Fortunately, the synthetics hold their ground, allowing Peter and Alice to escape and reach the station, where the train is about to depart. Humans arrive at the station, but resilient David holds them off, allowing Peter, Alice, and himself to board the train. Once the train takes off, David reveals he kept his memory to prepare for the upcoming war, a decision that proved fruitful. Peter smiles at him gently, hoping for peace between humans and synthetics someday. The movie ends as the train leaves the dilapidated city, ensuring the synths on board have ample time to plan their next move.